Howdy, folks. Spencer here with another quick news update. First up, just a few hours ago, the following announcement was released by Community Manager Pharaoh. Quote, "Hello, Captains. After many years of community discussion on the forums, we've made the decision to migrate our resources to where most players are now actively communicating. We will be migrating our official Star Trek Online community discussions to an official Discord this summer. We want to thank everyone for your feedback, creativity, and passion that have helped shape the forums all these years. Stay tuned for more info and an invite to the official Discord. We look forward to seeing you on Discord." End quote. As many of you know, the Star Trek Online forums are a shell of what they originally were. In the early years of the game, the forums had heavy developer interaction, but I believe it was after the Perfect World takeover, they had transitioned to a different forum software, and all of the original valuable dev insight into various parts of the game was lost forever because they did not move those original posts over to the new forum. So between all of that original knowledge and discussion, just being lost forever, and the stricter moderation they had in place on these new forums, the forums ended up bleeding activity over time, and external platforms like the STO subreddit, the various Star Trek Online Facebook groups, and the various Discords became the go-to place to talk about the game. So it doesn't really surprise me that they're making this move. If anything, I'm surprised it's taken them this long to do so. Now, there is also no word yet if the existing forums will remain available in a read-only state, so if there's anything on there that you want to preserve, I would recommend you do so sooner rather than later. And of course, as soon as they roll out their Discord, I'll be sure to let you guys all know. Next up, console players are getting a double XP event starting tomorrow, May 9th, running until May 13th. So if you're on console and you want to level up any characters or grind out specialization points on an existing character, then this weekend is going to be a great time to do so. And the last bit of new news that I have for you guys today is that there is an update regarding the Obena's antimatter interweave console. As you guys may remember, I've complained a few times now about this being bugged, and when it would hit 10 stacks and reset, it was taking every other toggle on your build off as well. Vorticus says that he can confirm that an internal bug JIRA has been created for this and it is being investigated. However, it is proving to be a more widespread issue, affecting a number of powers that rely on being interrupted as part of their power sequence. But the important thing here is they're aware of it and they're currently looking into how to fix it. And I know that there's been 3 days of back-to-back news now. Sometimes that's just how it goes. Hopefully nothing important happens tomorrow. That would make it 4 days in a row. And I know that some of you were sad to see that I kept yesterday's news video straight to the point and let it go under 8 minutes. The YouTube overlords and my wallet are also sad to see videos under 8 minutes, as that means no mid-roll ads will play. Mid-roll ads, for reference on a news video, would typically 2 to 3x the amount of money it's making. So to appease no-scoped here, and to shamelessly help cover upgrades to my storage server, here is a recap of all the premium news from this week that is still relevant. First up, a Zen Sale has just been announced for all platforms that is live right now up through May 21st. For those of you over on console, this is a 20% sale on the Zen packages, and if you're on PC, this is a 20% charge bonus for Arc and Steam, and if you're one of the lucky few people that are able to purchase Zen through the Epic Game Store, which means you either natively play the game through Epic or you were able to link your account over to Epic when it was possible a couple years ago, then that's a 20% discount over there. And if you are buying Zen there, if you're able to, I would greatly appreciate it if you could use creator code CasualSAB at checkout. Doing that for STO Zen or any other purchases through the Epic Game Store greatly helps me out. Now, before I recap the current sales, I do want to note that we're likely not that far out from the next Zen Store bundle, so taking advantage of the Zen sale to just have some Zen set aside probably isn't a bad idea. The scheduling of things has certainly changed under Deca, but if you look back at the past couple of years, there has typically been a second Zen Store bundle in the first half of each year prior to the summer event. Last year was the Dyson bundle, and I think before that was the Legendary First Strike. So we have no idea what it's going to be or when. I did ask about it in the stream I did with Thomas, Vorticus, and Pundis last week, so I'm going to play that clip for you now. And obviously, you guys can't talk about upcoming ships, but in the first half of last year, we did see a second C-Store bundle drop. Is that still something we can expect to see this year? Or has the scheduling changed a little bit? If you guys are able to answer
Stay
that.
tuned is all I'll say.
Okay. Now, that question is the one where I felt I was pushing the limits of what I could ask them on the stream. They weren't there to talk about an upcoming Zen Store bundle. They were there to talk about the new lockbox ship, the Echelon Intel Science Spearhead, which I am going to be covering on another video on the channel sometime in the next week or so. And I do also want to note, that with how the scheduling has shifted this year, we may not even see this next bundle drop in the first half of the year. For all we know, it could be 3, 4, 5+ months out. We've also seen that sales don't happen at the same frequency as prior years. As such, I recommend that you take advantage of the Zen Sale and just have some Zen set aside in case the new bundle does end up being something that you want. Worst case, you just use the Zen for something else. Now, as I mentioned in yesterday's news video, there is some sales live for both PC and console. So on PC, there's a 35% bundle sale live right now that ends May 11th at noon Pacific time. That, stacked on top of the 20% Zen sale that we have going on now, means that this is a great time to pick up any of the bundles you've been looking at, such as the Heritage Bundle, Legendary Battlecruiser, or many of the Anniversary Bundles. Sadly, the 10th Anniversary Bundle is not in the store as part of the sale, so if that's what you're wanting, then my recommendation would be just to pick up your Zen during the sale and wait for the next time that's added into the store. And for console players, you guys have a variety of sales live. First is a 20% Lobby sale running until the 10th. Second is a Start Your Adventure sale running until the 11th. That is 25% off everything in the services, uniforms, personnel, and starter packs tabs of the store. Starter packs can get a 35% discount during bundle sales, so I wouldn't grab any of those with this sale. But for the other 3 categories, especially services, which includes things like ship slots, DOF slots, inventory space, and all that, then this is as good of a discount as you can get. And then for console players, there is a 20% sale on the Captain Alteration token, and that is running until May 20th at noon Pacific time. Next up, for those of us on PC, the in-game journal is now listing a Dilithium weekend starting on May 13th that will be running until the 18th. So it's still a few days out, and I'll be reminding you guys again when it starts, but this also likely means that we're going to see an upgrade event probably in the next 2 to 3 weeks. So if you have any major gear upgrades that you're planning, it might not hurt to just be patient, wait a couple weeks, so you can get them done cheaper. And before I go, been a bit busy IRL, so my video schedule has slipped a little bit. So tomorrow on Friday is going to be the event campaign guide. And then on Monday is going to be the video addressing how to make ships better without making them just directly follow the meta. So, sorry about that. Just how real life rolls sometimes. But that is all for today. So as always, thank you to all channel members and viewers for the continued support. See you guys around.